What's up guys, DK Jones here, and we are here for the French Grand Prix weekend preview. And after a very entertaining race in Baku, we're going to a track that has a reputation of having a few boring races, but hopefully this season we can have a very good one. At the Circuit Paul Ricard, which had its first GP held in 1971 with a circuit length of 5.842 kilometers. C2 hards, C3 mediums and C4 softs are going to be our tire compounds for this weekend. 53 laps around the track, so it's a longer lap I thought, and the lap record was a 1:32.740 by Sebastian Vettel in 2019. The last French GP was in 2019, of course, because we skipped it last year. It had a podium of Hamilton winning the race, Bottas rounding off the Mercedes 1-2, and Leclerc finishing on podium. And our last GP, of course, was that brilliant race in Baku where Perez won, Vettel got the first podium for Aston Martin the Aston Martin team, and Gasly rounded off the podium. And the race distance, 53 laps around the circuit, is 309.69 kilometers. Now the Drivers' Championship after that race in Azerbaijan, Verstappen still leads the championship after crashing out of the lead in that race, while Hamilton had an opportunity to take the lead of the championship but had that lockup in turn 1 on the restart. Perez jumps up to P3 after that win in Baku. Norris is in P4 and Leclerc is still in P5, while Bottas disappointing in P6. Sainz is behind him in P7, which is rounding off that Ferrari sandwich on Bottas. Gasly and Vettel occupy P8 and P9 after their respective podiums at Azerbaijan, and Ricciardo rounds off the top 10. The two Alpine cars are occupying top spots at the bottom half of the championship before the home race in France. Stroll is behind them on 9 points. Tsunoda is on 8, and both Alfa Romeo drivers are both on 1 point. It's a checkerboard lineup between the two Williams and the two Haas drivers at the bottom of the table. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull now extend their lead to 26 points over Mercedes after that Perez win, and both Mercedes cars failed to score points. The Ferrari now leads McLaren by 2 points, so that's a close battle there. And the midfield battle led by AlphaTauri. They lead Aston Martin and Alpine, while Alfa Romeo are the last team on points. Haas leapfrog Williams after a very good race for them. But now, without further ado, let me bring you to the hot lap of the French GP. Now here we are at the Circuit Paul Ricard for our hot lap. I'm not very good at this circuit, so you have to bear with me as we reach the final corner, which is actually probably the toughest corner on the track. First DRS zone of I think 2 on the track on the main straight, moving over to the right side of the track, approaching the first chicane of the track, hugging the inside there, lifting off into the second apex and then hitting the throttle as soon as we leave it. Now on this mini straight, now as we approach the end of the first sector, another chicane, hugging the apexes through there onto the left side of the track to widen our entry into the next corner, and then hitting the throttle around here to get a good exit into the next straight. Second DRS zone now, I believe there are about 167 ways this track can be configured, so lots of openings in the road as we approach another chicane. Gone a bit deep through there, hugging the inside of the second chicane, getting onto the throttle nice and early for a good exit into this next straight. Now as we approach a very quick right-hander, so very attractive overtakes could be made through here. And then now we approach a very tricky hairpin. You have to be very patient on the throttle and in your steering. You don't want to go too wide or too tight into there. Another slow corner which is a bit tricky, late apex through there, and then you can ride the curb all you want through here. That's a very flat curb. Now the final few corners, make sure you don't go into the pit lane as I was about to do, and then deep into the final corner. As I said, I really don't like that corner. But yeah, main straight, DRS active, and that was your lap of the French GP. Qualifying predictions now, and after the last two qualifying sessions, this might be very tricky to predict. Will Charles Leclerc be up top again? Will Ferrari be quick? Will Mercedes show up? I will answer them, or at least what I think right now. So yes, once again I have gone for Lewis Hamilton pole position, because usually around the second pole record Hamilton is very good, and I've gone for the two Red Bulls to be following him quite promptly right behind him, with Norris behind them, Vettel having another very good qualifying session, and Leclerc would be a bit disappointing in P6 after two pole positions in the last two races. Bottas sandwiched in between the two Ferrari drivers, just like in the Drivers' Championship, and we have two French drivers rounding off Q3 in the French Grand Prix. Now with all this in mind, let's go into my race predictions. Race predictions now, and it's the same format: podium, first DNF, number of DNFs, and driver of the day. Oh, don't forget best of the rest. So let's see what I went for. So yes, I gone for Max Verstappen win and Checo Perez rounding off a Red Bull 1-2, which they surely deserved in Azerbaijan after it was stripped away by Pirelli. Hamilton finishing in third place, which wouldn't be bad for him, following up on the two Red Bulls. First DNF, I've gone for Giovinazzi, which is a bit of a random prediction. I've gone for two DNFs. I haven't got that prediction right so far this season, so it's been very tricky. I've gone for drive of the day, Yuki Tsunoda doing a great comeback drive in the midfield, scoring some points, and I've gone for Leclerc to be best of the rest, which is fourth place. Weekend schedule now, and as usual on Friday we're going to have FP1 at 11:30 to 12:30 and FP2 at 15 to 16. On a Saturday, we're going to have free practice 3 at 12 to 13 and qualifying at 15 to 16. And Sunday is, of course, the race at 15. And a disclaimer that these are track times in Le Cassoulet, France. So you might have to find out what time this is where you are. In my case, it's the exact same time. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like and leave your predictions in the comment section below. And from me, DK Jones, I'll see you next time.